For decades, humankind was made to believe that dinosaurs and humans were separated in history by a gap of millions of years. Science brought forward all kinds of arguments for the enormous seniority dinosaur bones were supposed to hold over human bones. But in some minds unfazed by so-called logical explanation or coherent systemical method, there remained always a lurking suspicion.
It started when I was in ground school. Even back then, my parents would told me how dinosaurs were actually hundreds of millions of years old. I just found it ridiculous. You can't even count that high. You can't even count that high. And try to count that high. It's highly improbable.
Gunther M. is not what today's academia would call a scientist. But he has something he deems way more important.
Common sense. The ability to reduce the mind to exclude every special knowledge, to reduce it to the very basic understanding of the world. It's a lost art, actually, only accessible through meditation.
Gunther has created a network of equally unconventional thinkers. In a location he wishes to stay undisclosed, we met with Julius. He is a historian, in his own words, not by training, but by fate.
I mean, if you think about it, what is the most prominent figure in medieval poetry? It's the dragon. And what is the dragon? The dragon is a giant lizard. It's a giant lizard. I mean, need I say more?
But aren't the dragons supposed to spit fire?
Of course. When you study the Middle Ages, you always encounter a lot of myth and legends. So it's highly unlikely that the dinosaurs actually spit fire.
So the fire spitting is a myth, but the dragons are not a myth.
You see, this is what science is about. You have to have a clear-cut understanding what fits your theory and what not.
Wandering around the field was a dragon. Wandering around the field, it was true. Wandering around the field was a knight and his shield, and he slayed the dragon. He slayed the dragon.
But even modern pop culture seems to be swarmed with subliminal secret hints to the cohabitation that once was dinosaur and man on the face of the earth.
The magic dragon lived by the sea. Sing it with us and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Annalee.
1952, da war der Peter Yarrow, der den Song geschrieben hat, auf einem Music Camp. Und nur ein Jahr drauf war er wieder beim selben Music Camp. Jetzt findet man nicht viel darüber, was ja eigentlich heißt, dass das so eine Art geheimes Music Camp war. Und nur 9 Jahre drauf, da schreibt er dann Puff den magischen Drachen. Meine Herrschaftszeiten, auffälliger geht's doch gar nicht. Unsere Forschungsgruppe hat alle möglichen Tests mit dem Song durchgeführt. Und wenn man ein Stückchen herausnimmt und das ganz hoch pitcht, dann kriegt man so ein ganz furchtbares Geräusch, das sich so richtig tief durch den Bauch in dein Herz reinfrisst. Und da war das erste Mal, dass ich gemerkt habe, das habe ich schon mal gehört.
There have always been creative geniuses that try to warn us. I think that Steven Spielberg is by far the most prominent.
In 1993, this was a level of subversion that Hollywood had only seen before during the McCarthy era. In the 1990s, of course, it's not about communism anymore. It's all about dinosaurs.
He had a great way of portraying the paleontologists as the idiots. They always come up with their phony, oh, the dinosaurs have long gone extinct bullshit, and totally get ridiculed for it. I didn't know whether to cry for joy or to crack up.
But the movement is not confined to the careful evaluation of evidence and hints, but also entails activism and political visionary.
Das Ding ist halt, dass du hier natürlich eine relativ komplexe Message hast. Also es ist nicht wie ACAB oder Fuck the System. Aber ja, als Reiter musst du dir halt was einfallen lassen. Also muss ja jeder seinen Teil beitragen, wa?
Ultimately, we have to overthrow the government.
Because of the dinosaurs.
If they lie to us in this regard, you never know what else they're hiding.
If you think about it, the cover-up story is also shallow. I mean, some people we don't know, paid by some people we never see, do something they call diacarbon dating, which we don't understand, to tell us that some dinosaur bones we saw before our very eyes are millions of years old. I mean, if it wouldn't make me cry inside, I would have to laugh out loud.
Unfortunately, with every movement there comes division. There are different opinions within the group. How far the lying around the dinosaur bones extends.
You have to make sure not to be labeled the same as all the nutcases out there looking for dinosaurs in the Sahara or Australia.
It is most evident that dinosaurs are alive till this very day. It's just that some people swallowed the first bait the gatekeepers threw them and believe they went extinct in the Middle Ages.
Ja, hin und wieder, da tendieren die Leute schon dazu, ein wenig aggressiv zu werden mit ihrer Version der Wahrheit.
Oh, no, shut the fuck up! You can't even tell your fucking ass from a dinosaur!
I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to listen to you. Und da denke ich immer, wir müssen uns doch daran erinnern, dass wir alle auf derselben Seite sind.
After all, there is only one last question to be asked. What is the reason behind this highly sophisticated charade that the public is made subject to?
If we amass a big enough movement, they will have no other option than to tell us.
I mean, they tend to get off on all sorts of things. At some point, I stopped asking myself why.
They just want the dinosaurs all for themselves. They don't want anyone else to have fun with the dinosaurs.